Do you have older card making supplies gathering dust for years because you've forgotten all about them or have moved on to newer tools and supplies? Most of us do. Remember Flower Soft from way back? Many of us bought it when it was hot for making flowers on our cards, and I haven't seen a card made with it for years. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Heschek, and recently I decided to pull out my Flower Soft and update it with newer tools and supplies, and I created a bunch of cards to share with you in this video. This is my Flower Soft supply. I bought all of these and more many years ago, and they've been sitting in my closet sadly neglected. Flower Soft was a product that came in containers like this, and then when you opened it, I think it's made of some kind of plastic, I'm not sure, but it's like little petals, I guess you could say, that we applied to our cards with glue and made flowers or other things with them. Now later on they came out with ultra fine Flower Soft, and in playing with these cards for this I've discovered that I really like the ultra fine much better, although you can make really pretty cards with these as well, and I will show you both. But I guess if you were looking for some new ones, there's a link to a place where you can still buy them, and I'm going to say I recommend the ultra fine better, but all of them are of course pretty and fun to use. Here is a card that I made with both of my ultra fine Flower Soft colors. The flowers and of course supplies, today's supplies, which made making these so much easier. So I've used a set of dies from Marisa and Spellbinders, and I cut them out of cardstock that was covered with Sookwang two-sided sticky tape. So you can buy it in sheets or you can buy it in these thicker rolls. I have both. And I also used stencils on my cards. So I used two stencils from Gina K, which weren't around back then. And I applied Tacky When Dry Gel Medium through the stencil, let it dry, and then I pressed the Sage Flower Soft, and I mixed a little bit of the dark green Flower Soft with it too, and that's how I created this very textured, pretty background on there. Then I die cut flowers out of cardstock that was covered with the Sookwang two-sided tape, and I'm going to show you that how easy that is once you have it and you have it's sticky, it's even, it's much better and less messy than glue. I cut them out of scraps. So if you cut it out of red, a dark red, that's what the Raspberry Fizz looks like. But if you cut it out of pink or purple, each time it's going to look a little different. I liked it better on colored scraps than on white, but you could also do that. And then I had just attached them with some brads and made this cute little card for thinking of you. Now you can also mix the Flower Soft colors up, and that's what I did on this card. So the background again was created with a Gina K stencil, and I used ink and then I moved it over and did another layer, textured layer for those leaves in the background using the Tacky When Dry Gel Medium and the Sage Flower Soft. And then each one of these flowers were created with a mix of Flower Soft, again on the Sookwang two-sided tape, so they stick very easily, and I'm going to show you how that is done. So if you take a piece of cardstock and you cover it with a strip of the Sookwang tape, and then you die cut out whatever shape you would like. In this case I was using the flowers from Marisa Job, and I did some in peach and some in yellow and different colors. And then this is the peachy one, so I mixed a couple of the different Flower Softs together to get this peachy flower. And then for this yellow one, I took the Sunshine Yellow and the Spring, which is a pretty mix of different colors. So it's got yellows and pinks and all sorts of different colors in there. And if you take it and you just, again, you just break up, you put it on a plate or something, and you're gonna, if there's any clumps, you're just gonna wanna spread those out and make sure that it isn't clumpy. And then if you take some of the yellow and mix it in there with it, and again taking it out of the container, making sure there's no clumps, get yourself a neat mixture of colors. You could use 3 or more if you like. And then you have your sticky two-sided tape that you simply apply the Flower Soft on and press it down. Now sometimes if the flower or whatever it is gets some excess in between and you want the shape more defined, you can use your fingernails to do that, or even I just used a scissors and got in there and cut some of that excess off. So you now have a pretty textured mixed color flower, and it's very easy to make them. Now, of course, you don't have to make flowers with the Flower Soft. You can make just about anything you want that you want to be textured. I made a happy spring card with a fuzzy, cute bunny here. It's very textured, and you can imagine that that's what a real bunny would feel like. And again, this is Happy Spring. All the details on all these extra cards will be on my blog, and links will be in the description box. One of my favorite things to make with, I see some of that other color in there. There's a little bit of peach in there. One of my favorite things to make, use Flower Soft for, is for snow. It's textured and it really looks like snow on a card, so it's a very fun look. Years ago, if you wanted to make Christmas cards and you wanted all this snow, you had to spread a whole bunch of glue across the paper and hope that it would look even and nice, and it was rather messy, in my opinion. But in this case, with that two-sided tape, I just cut a snow drift and pressed the snow into it, and then I did use a little glue on the trees there, and we have a nice winter card. Of course, I'm done with Christmas cards, but both of these snowy cards could be used for a winter hello or a thinking of you or birthday, or saved until next Christmas. This is the card that we're going to make, I'm going to make with you in the video. I have die cut all the pieces already. All of the animals came from the Sizzix Holiday Shadow Box 2 die set. The hello is from Tonic Studios. The tree is an old die from Diversions, and we're going to make the snowy bank there. So Flower Soft has a color called Polar White, and it says it's in their diamond range, so I think that it has a few kind of sparkles in there as well. I don't know if you can see that on the card, but the snow is a little bit sparkly, which is true of how it is in real life. And again, if you just take some and you sprinkle some on a paper plate or some kind of paper, so that the any clumps in there are taken out of there. And then if you cut yourself a snowbank and you put that two-sided Sookwang tape on there and place it on a piece of scratch paper, and then if you simply take the Flower Soft and spread it on your snowbank. I think I didn't get enough ready here. And just press it in, and if there's any sticky spots that are still left uncovered, just press it down and pick up some of the Flower Soft. And it's that easy to attach the snow to a snowbank for a card, rather than, again, what we used to do years ago, which was apply a whole bunch of glue. So we're going to go on and make that card. I have already attached the snowbank to the bottom of a navy A2 sized card. And I've cut all of the animals out and the tree, and they are prepared to be added to the card. So I have some of that skinny two-sided tape on the back of the tree. So years ago we just didn't have any of these really handy products that we do now, like glue dots and two-sided tape and things like that. And now that we do, it's so much easier to make our cards and also to attach things like Flower Soft. We have an owl that's going to be in the tree. I think he's very sweet. He's a two-part owl from that Sizzix set. And I'm using glue dots and tape, two-sided tape, to attach all of the animals. So we have a sweet little bunny that I sponged a little bit with some Distress ink. Use 2 on this little guy. And then we have a deer from that Sizzix set as well. And more Sookwang two-sided tape strips for him. And a star in the sky. We're going to attach the hello with glue, and then add a little snow in the tree with some glue. I'm using my favorite glue and fine tip applicator, and links, of course, to all the products that I've used will be in the description box as well. Trim off the hello. And then the snow can also be attached with glue. So I am going to add some glue where the snow might pile up on the tree. I don't usually do this many branches at once. Let's see how that works. Looks like I'm gonna basically you just press it down into the glue. And we have a snowy tree and a snowbank with our animals, with a nice scene that's saying hello, thinking of you in the wintertime. The snowbank and the snow on the tree really do look like snow and have great texture because of Flower Soft. And with updated tools and supplies, our Flower Soft cards are even easier to make. I hope these cards inspired you to pull out your Flower Soft or other sadly neglected card making supplies and show them some love. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.